What's up guys, Michał, Tech Test Tutorials. Now, getting a decent workstation is not the easiest task that you might get. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky. Let's say you would like to buy a pre-built system from Dell or HP. Now you will find some that will be somewhat reasonable when it comes to the price. Let's say 1500, even 2K. But then again, if you look at the specs, the configuration, you will your first thought, I'm paying a little bit too much for this system, and second, it's not built for me. It actually doesn't meet my requirement, and the only way you will have a workstation that is exactly built for you is when you will build one for yourself. And that's exactly the thing that I have done. I would like to show you the process, all the problems that I had, probably all the mistakes that I have done. I will show you them so your workstation will be way better than mine. I invite you for the ride.
Okay, so let's start with the CPU. I chose Xeon E1241 3.5 GHz in a 1150 package. So you don't have to go to an 11-3, for example, if you would like to choose Xeon. Always think about the things that you might need. Always think about your upgrade path. For me, it was like I needed 4 sticks, 32 gigs of RAM, and that was basically it. I didn't need, although the CPU support that, but I didn't need error-corrected memory, ECC memory. This whole discussion whether you need under Windows ECC memory or not is not the subject of this video, but I didn't need it, so I went with a straight consumer-grade memory for this build. No big deal, it will work perfectly. Again, the B85 chipset was a perfect choice for me. I have an Intel NIC on this motherboard, so everything I need. I will be installing just one graphic card, 32 gigs of RAM, SATA SSD, so basically I didn't need bells and whistles on this motherboard. I didn't have to pay a lot of money for it, so it's done a great job. Now you can take a look at all the ports you've got here. It's really basic. It will be very stable, very reliable. I remember those days when ASRock was kind of like, you know, cheapo brand, but now these days this motherboard is great, and even it matched the color scheme that I've chose. I was trying to keep it as neutral as possible, so hey, that's it. Now, as the video graphic card, I chose NVIDIA Quadro because of the specific application that will be working in this computer. Again, here your mileage may vary. Always choose the graphic card that will be best for the type of application that you are going to use, whether you need CUDA cores, whether you need speed or features in a graphic card. For me, the Quadro was the perfect choice. Now, mine came with 4 mini display ports and tons of adapters that you can all throw them to the garbage. And I tell you why, that's the problem with this graphic card that I had. I was unable to run through this adapter something like 2560 by 1440 at 60 Hz. So you might throw this very quickly to the garbage and use decent cables. Storage, not a complicated deal. I will have a network attached storage to this computer, so I don't need nothing fancy. Now let's discuss power supply and the fan. I love my computers to be as quiet as possible, so be quiet is the way to go. This is not sponsored, guys. I love their stuff. Always reliable, always quiet. Not always very cheap, but hey, you cannot cheap on your power supply. All the components in this computer, their life depends on the power supply, so better get a decent one. Case wasn't that important this time. One feature that I needed, this computer will be working in somewhat dirty environment, so there will be a lot of dust. So I needed a case with in which I could create positive air pressure. So 2 fans in the intake behind air filter and one fan in the back, so I could get this nice positive air pressure. So the air pressure inside the case is greater than outside, and because of that the air will go only through the filter vents in the front, and this should help you with keeping your computer clean. This is a pretty big case, so there is a lot of places where you can hide cables. There's a lot of place for cable management. There is even a basement. So these days all the sub 100, even sub 100 cases come with a basement, and the building process was very smooth, was very pleasant. It's very easy to build in a big case like this. It's not like mini ITX. And speaking about the building experience, what kind of build vlog would this be without nice time lapses of me building this computer? So let's play some music and let's take a look how it went, shall we?
Anyway guys, that's a wrap on this video. It was a little bit longer than I wanted, but it's okay. I hope you had fun watching it. I hope that you will toss me a like, leave a comment down in the comment section below, subscribe if you would like to see more that kind of stuff, and see you next time. Bye!